I'd like to call this meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Mr. Bono? Okay. Mr. Harris?
Here.
Mr. Holmes?
Here.
Mrs. Perez?
Here.
Mr. Rivera?
Here.
Mr. Silva is absent. Mr. Sobrana?
Present.
Mrs. Codispoti?
Here. In compliance with the New Jersey Open Public Meeting Law, commonly referred to as the Sunshine Law, the Vineland Board of Education has caused notice and posting of this meeting to be sent to the following, announcing time, place, agenda, etc. The Daily Journal, S&J Today, the Press of Atlantic City, Vista Bueno, the Clerk for the City of Vineland, and the Administrative Office Public Bulletin Board. The Vineland Board of Education provides an opportunity for public comment in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act. Speakers are reminded that purpose of public comment is to address issues of public concern. Personal, defamatory, or discourteous statements about district staff, students, or members of the public are prohibited. The board reserves the right to curtail remarks that violate these standards. Would everyone please rise for the flag salute? Mr. Mustarell, do we have a resolution for executive session?
We do. Now therefore be it resolved, the Board of Education of the City of Vineland School District We'll convene an executive session for the following reasons as outlined in NJSA 10:4-12. Discussion is about any matter involving the proposed lease or acquisition of real property, any matter involving employment matters, and any matter falling within the attorney-client privilege to the extent that confidentiality is required in order for the attorney to exercise her ethical duties as a lawyer.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Roll call, please.
Mr. Harris,
Yes.
Mr. Holmes,
Yes.
Mrs. Perez,
Yes.
Mr. Rivera,
Yes.
Mr. Sabrana,
Yes.
Mrs. Codispoti.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Mr. Yano, do we have any special presentations this evening?
Yes, we do. We'd like to begin with our solicitor, Ms. Sandra Grace, swearing in of Ms. Luz Vasquez as an open board member position for the remainder of the 25 school year.
I just need this. I don't know if we have another handheld microphone, so we'll just have to share this one. Yeah. Is the code okay? Sandra keeps telling me the microphone's on. Right? She said it's fine. All right. Right hand, and then left hand on the Bible. Yes. All right. If you can please repeat after me. I, Luz Vasquez,
I, Luz Vasquez,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
or affirm
or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and I will bear true faith and allegiance
and I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same and to the government established
to the same and to the government established
in the United States and this state,
in the United States and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
so help me God.
so help me God.
And then I, Luz Vasquez,
I, Luz Vasquez,
solemnly swear or affirm
solemnly swear and affirm
that I possess the qualifications prescribed by law
that I possess the qualifications prescribed by law
for the office of the member of a Board of Education,
for the office of the member of Board of Education,
and that I will faithfully,
and I will faithfully,
justly,
justly,
and impartially
and impartially
perform all of the duties of that office
perform all of the duties of that office
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You could just sign.
Next, in honor of Veterans Day, we will be recognizing one of our district employees. So just allow us a moment to go down to the podium. Today's a special day. We have the opportunity to recognize some of our veterans. This morning, we had a wonderful opportunity to spend time at Memorial Middle School, Veterans Memorial Middle School, where we recognized many of our community members who served. This evening, we have the opportunity to recognize Frank Rodriguez, who's one of our custodians who works with us. He was in the Army, served in Desert Storm, 10th Mountain Division out of Fort Drum, New York, and he served for 2 years as a light infantry soldier. So if Frank Rodriguez is here this evening, please come on up to receive your certificate. I'm not sure if he was able to make it out this evening. Frank is not here. He was going to be here, but maybe something came up. So we will make sure he gets his certificate. And let's just hear a round of applause for Mr. Frank Rodriguez. Do we have any other veterans who served and are here with us this evening? Oh, we do. Please come on down. Anyone else before we move on? No? Okay, thank you again. At this time, I'd like to bring up a special guest, Mrs. Kate Kronk, VHS Girls Field Hockey Coach, who will honor her team, our team, for an undefeated season. So let's hear another big round of applause.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm not a big speaker for stuff like this, but I want to thank you for having us to especially acknowledge our girls. It's not my doing, it's their doing, everything that they've done out there on the field, and from not just September and October, but all the work that they put in come the end of the school year and all the months that people don't see from July through August, and then the culmination of the entire season. We had astounding 46 girls out for the team this year, which is the most since prior to COVID. So 2019 was the highest we had prior to that, and before then it was almost back to, I'm not going to say the year, but almost to when I was born. And you know, we've been constantly growing, which the testament of these girls coming out and sticking to it is a big fact of that. They scored 61 goals this season, so to give you some stats on that. We won our entire division with an 8-0 record in the Cape Atlantic League United Division. We have a 6-2 home record, and we had an 11-9 record overall, and we got to the first round of the state tournament against Rancocas Valley. So our girls did a great job. Unfortunately, we are losing 2 seniors, but as much as it's tough to lose girls to graduation, it's a good thing that we only have 2 to lose, because that means we still have strength in the numbers of our team, and our program is only growing. And our seniors and what they've put into the program, and they could even tell you if you ask the questions of what they've seen over the course of what they did in middle school, because playing in middle school and just the 4 years of high school, the growth of what they've sacrificed and what they could impart to our girls and what they help with the freshmen has definitely come to fruition with what we've done this year. And it's a lot of testament to the basically putting in the hard work outside of just what we do. So these girls, it's not, like I said, it's not about me, it's about them. And they know this because they hear me preach it all the time, so I'm not going to preach it here to you guys all the time. But they know it's about their hard work. I'm just there putting all the pieces in place. So realistically, it's what my girls end up doing on the field that really makes me happy to see them achieve this. So it's their honor. So thank you. Oh, thank you. You want me to call them up? Gianella DeFeo. Alexandria Harris. Kira Herring. Ryan Grover. Okay. Denise Johnson. Mr. Shira Jones. Giada Lavari. Malia Pierce. Nyla Pierce. Gabby Roldan. Thank you. Anya Austin. Olivia Brunini. Thank you. Sydney Cronk. Abigail Flitcraft. Aliana Garcia. Mila Hennis. Isabella Herrera. Lamira Howard. Lauren Houlihan. Chloe Morvay. Olivia Oliver. Ms. Henley Rivera. Short one. Yeah, and this one's okay. Yeah, that's it.
Just wanted to give them a moment to clear out. Let's hear another round of applause for our field hockey team. Had an amazing season. Next, I would like to call up Mrs. Dina Rodolfo, Mrs. Alexis Ziegler, Mr. David Kroon, and Mrs. Jennifer Landon, C&I Curriculum and Instruction Supervisors, to present the 2024-2025 NJSLA scores.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Dina Rodolfo, Supervisor of School Counseling here in the district, and we're just going to be presenting our spring 2025 NJSLA results, as well as some additional data regarding our grad rates. First off, we're going to start with ELA. Ms. Jen Lanning is going to report on the ELA results for grades 6 through 12.
Hi, everyone. This slide presents the ELA growth data for grades 3 through 9 for 2024 to 2025. The comparison is made on a grade-by-grade basis. For example, Grade 3 is 2024 versus grade 3 in 2025. The goal is to see a decrease in levels 1 through 3 and an increase in levels 4 and 5. Notable growth can be seen in grades 4, 7, and 8, while areas for improvement remain in grades 3, 5, and 9. These areas will be addressed further in the response to data section. This chart here shows our growth by grade compared to the New Jersey state average. Grades 4, 7, and 8 outperform the state average, as you can see. This data compares the district to the state percentages for levels 1 and 2 from 2024 to 2025. The goal is to see a decrease in levels 1, 2, and 3. Similarly, this data set shows growth from levels 3 to 4 comparing the district to the state. Lastly, this specific slide is showing a comparison from the district to the state for level 5. Level 5 is the exceeding category. Alexis?
Good evening, everyone. So the next couple slides break down some additional data points for elementary and middle school. What you're looking at right here on this slide is a comparison of our 8 elementary schools. So obviously they've been de-identified. They are represented by letters here. So this is a comparison between 2024 and 2025, looking at all levels of achievement. There's been some gains, some decreases, no notable trends across the board. Our grade 4 actually did phenomenal this year. We are very excited to see some tremendous gains. Again, the schools are represented by letters, same thing as the slide before. Some of our schools made significant gains, looking at one school in particular, almost 20%. They went up in levels 4 and 5, which is tremendous. Again, letter H school, they made a huge gain as well, so we were very proud of our grade 4 last year. The next 3 slides are a comparison of 2 de-identified schools, 1 elementary and 1 middle school, so obviously grades 3 to 8. This first slide is looking at the comparison of levels 1 and 2, how they performed from 2024 to 2025. This next slide looks at level 3 and 4 for those same 2 schools, so it's an ongoing comparison. And finally, for level 5, looking across all 2 schools, the 2 identified schools, across the past couple slides. This is the amount of students that were tested. There's obviously, a gain in grade 3, but we saw some decrease in some other grades, so just pending enrollment. And finally, the slide I'm excited to talk about is what if we, some highlights and just our response to, what our data is showing us. So obviously I mentioned the highlight for elementary specifically was grade 4. We saw a 7% increase in students scoring proficient or higher, so that was very exciting. We're hoping to continue that trend into this year. I did have to mention my DIBELS data, so for those of you that probably remember, those amazing presentations we put together for you, maybe from last year, the year before, or infographics. Our DIBELS is our universal screener that we are required to implement by New Jersey law. And last year, given the changes we brought into kindergarten and first grade, was our first year implementing a structured literacy curriculum. We saw a 27% increase in proficiency in our kindergartners from beginning to end of year, which was phenomenal. And in our first grade students, we saw a 24% increase in proficiency from beginning year to end of year. So we are hoping with the continuation of bringing that curriculum, it's called Bookworms, into grades 2 and 3 this year, we are going to see some tremendous growth in our second and third grades as well. And our grades 4 and 5, the plan is to bring the curriculum into 4 and 5 next year. So we are continuing to plug away. We are working with the University of Delaware and bringing in their literacy specialists to consult with our teachers and coach, and we are hoping for continued success. Thank you.
Okay, so notable highlights for grades 6 to 9 ELA includes a 6% increase in grade 7 and a 9% increase in grade 8, with both grades exceeding the state's average growth. Additionally, I wanted to highlight several schools really did an incredible job. School A on here, as you can see in grade 6, had 7% growth. In grade 7, we had multiple schools that exceeded the district growth of 6%, School D at 7%, School B at 8%, and School C at 9%. For grade 8, we had a school actually meet the district growth of 9%. Our response to this data in curriculum is we are in year 1 of implementing curriculum that is vertically and horizontally aligned for grades 6 through 12. Grades 6 through 8 are in year 2 of implementation, and grades 9 through 12 are in year 1 of implementation. Interventions, this is our second year implementing iReady at the middle school level during mascot period. In grade 9, we are in year 2 of implementing the close reading course, which has now been expanded from 1 to 3 sections. Students take this course in addition to their core ELA class. For professional development, we have a focus this year where we provided teachers grades 6 through 12 ELA with close reading PD, text analysis PD, and student-led discussions. Our secondary instructional coach is continuing to support teachers across the district for grades 6 through 12 with a particular emphasis and focus on grades 6, 9, and 11. Next up is math with David Kern, math supervisor, K-12.
Good evening, everybody. So one thing I just want to start before we get into the data is a couple notes to notice about this. For our grade 8 data that we're going to look at, it does not include any of our accelerated students in 8th grade math, because those students are taking Algebra 1, which is a 9th grade course. For Algebra 1, Algebra 2, and Geometry data, which our Algebra 1 is a 9th grade course, Algebra 2 is an 11th grade, Geometry is a 10th grade course, these are only going to include 9th grade students because they're the ones that are tested, and any of our middle school students that happen to be enrolled in Algebra 1 or middle school, or Geometry at middle school level. Also, for Geometry and Algebra 2 data, there's a much lower amount of students tested in those due to the limited number of students available to be tested because of the restriction to 9th grade. So those percentages are subject to larger swings with that. And as I mentioned here, this is the student count. It is to be noted that our Algebra 2 only saw 11 students tested in this one. So when we look at the data across the different grade levels, we'll see grades 3 through 8 here had no decline. They all maintained or improved. Our Algebra 1 at the high school level and our Geometry at the high school level also saw the same, where they maintained their proficiency or improved. Where we have our biggest area of focus this year is going to be on those accelerated courses in Algebra 1 middle school, Geometry middle school courses, and that Algebra 2, which is those 9th graders that are following out of that Algebra 1 course. That's going to be our biggest focus. We're going to talk about that a little bit later in our response to data. When we look at the levels 4 and 5 compared to the state, I want to highlight grade 7 and our Algebra 1 students at the high school, because our grade 7 improved more than the state did. So we're starting to close that gap there, as well as our Algebra 1 improved while the state declined in their proficiency rates. The next couple of slides, just like you saw in ELA, are going to look at level 1, level 2, 3, 4, and 5, how those changed across the different grade levels and courses. And then we have the same thing where we're looking at grades 3 and 4. Grade 3 is our first tested subject, so we don't really have a cohort data that we can look at to track the students year to year, but we were able to take a peek at how the different schools performed, and we saw half of our schools made gains. And then we saw the same thing in grade 4, and it's to be noted that in grade 4, we saw a lot of schools with double-digit gains in proficiency. When we look at the comparison with one of our elementary schools and one of our middle schools, we can see that same level comparison as we go through the different grade levels. So we have levels 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and then level 5. So this is the one I want to talk about what we're going to do about this data that we saw. As I mentioned, in grades 3 through 5, we did not see any decline. They maintained or improved. So we're going to expand two of the programs that we started there. One was the Bridges Intervention Math System. We're expanding it out of just HIT tutoring and making it available to all of our K-5 teachers to work with our students on this. We're also doing a math fact fluency initiative this year, where we're really trying to hone in on some of the math skills at the basic level that may hinder a student from acquiring their grade level content. At grades to 6 to 8, particularly to address those middle school Algebra 1 geometry and then that Algebra 2 course under the leadership of Mr. Marshy and Mr. Yano, there's actually been a committee formed to look at those accelerated courses and any of the underlying data within there. We're also, like Ms. Lanning said, we're in year 2 of iReady with the small group instruction, and we also have a focus on prerequisite knowledge as students are gaining that grade level content that was added into our instructional model for middle school classes. For grades 6 to 8, grade 9 as well, we're looking at evidence-based instructional strategies for professional development. And in our grade 9, our Algebra 1 students there, we're implemented Math Lab, Algebra, and Pre-Algebra to support those students that are able to make the proficiency on the test, but may just need that little extra push there. So that's one of the things that we are doing there. A couple highlights I mentioned is high school Algebra 1 scores increased while the state average decreased. Our grade 4 saw multiple schools that made double-digit gains. Grades 3 through 8, high school Algebra 1 and geometry did not decline. They maintained or improved. And then we saw at least one of our middle schools and one of our high schools that made gains across every single one of their grade levels. If you have any questions about some of the specifics here, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. Feel free to send me an email. I'll get right back to you on that. And then I'm going to introduce Ms. Dina Rodolfo that is going to go over our science data and our graduation rates.
I'm filling in for Kat Rivera. She could not make it here tonight, so I'm just going to briefly go over her science data. Glasses on. So with science and NJSLA, it's not like ELA or math. There's not 5 categories or 5 levels of proficiency. There's only 4. So these are all the schools and how they performed. Oh, here we go. These are our grade 8 percentages in comparison with 2024. These are our 5, 8, and 11 grade level based on what they were from 2024 to 2025. As you can see, grades 8 and 11 both improved in levels 3 and 4. These are levels 1 and 2 and their proficiency levels. And these are levels 3 and 4, grades 5, 8, and 11. And these are the comparison of the percentages. As you can see, grades 8 and 11 have improved. These are the amount of students that were tested. And this is the important information that Mrs. Rivera wanted you to have. In grades 5, 1 school surpassed the state rate for levels 3 and 4. And several schools posted gains of 10+ percentage points in science from 2024. In grade 8, the district doubled its percentage of students at levels 3 and 4 from 2024 to 2025. And grade 11 did make meaningful progress. Levels 3 and 4 rose by 5 points. So they're making progress. As far as what they're going to be doing with this data and the response to this data, with grade 5, they're going to continue emphasis on inquiry-based instruction and hands-on laboratory experiences. They're going to explore schedule adjustments to include, hopefully, a dedicated science instructor. Based on the district's curriculum cycle, it's recommended that grades 3 to 5 adopt a new science curriculum, while grade 2 continue integrating science instruction through bookworms. Grade 8, develop and implement summative assessments pre-mid-unit to monitor student progress and inform instructional adjustments. Teachers are going to receive targeted PD on how to teach Open SciEd with fidelity. Focus on questioning techniques, use data use, and CER, claim, evidence, reasoning, writing. And explore opportunities to increase instructional time for science. Grade 11, PD aligned with evidence-based instructional strategies. So I'm also required to report on our subgroup data. So this is just provides an overall percentages on the students that were tested for NJSLA. It's broken down by gender, race, ML, our multi-language learners, our economically disadvantaged, our special ed, gen ed, all of our students. This next slide is our graduation percentage rates. So we just got access to our 2025 rate, which was 81.6%. And as you can see, it definitely was a dip from 2024. So I can pretty much attest to the fact that the dip came from the 2023-24 school year. The new attendance policy was implemented where students received no credit for attendance. So I think last year we did have a lot of students that we had some students that did not return to school based on a lack of credits, and they just weren't coming to school. So we did have some students drop out due to that. With that 81.6, that's not final. That is temporary until I file all the appeals. I just filed 25 appeals today, so using my math, I think it's going to be up to around 84.5% by the time I'm done with the appeals. So we'll be back up to close to where we were. These are the 4- and 5-year adjusted graduation rates over the course of the past 13 years. As you can see, we have been steadily increasing up until this little blip that we had this past year. Like I said, that's not final. For those of you, the 5-year graduation rate, that rate we also are required to report. That graduation rate is those students that did not graduate in 4 years but needed a 5th year to graduate. So that is what that 5-year graduation rate is. And this is additional graduation data that we're required to report. This slide basically discusses how many students graduated, the total number of students that were denied graduation, whether or not they were denied for not passing the assessment, one of the assessments, which we didn't have anybody that did not pass an assessment. Then it also discusses how they met their assessment requirement, whether it was through the NJGPA, whether it was through the portfolio appeal, or whether it was through their IEP or a substitute process. And that is the end. So if anybody, it's a lot of data, and we don't like to go over every inch of it, so if anybody ever has any questions regarding ELA, math, science, feel free to contact one of the supervisors, and I'm sure they'll be able to fill you in on whatever information you need. Is there any questions?
I have a question.
Sure.
Slide number 8, I guess it would fall under the ELA data?
Gotta scroll all the way up. Is it this one? Is it grade 3? Is that the one? Yeah.
I literally can't, usually we have one here, and we don't.
I think it's great. This is 8. I can't see what slide it is, but it's number 8 on here.
So I'm looking at school D,
Yep.
33 to 329.
Oh, that's a typo.
Okay,
Sorry. I don't know what happened there.
that's
a
what I was
typo.
going to ask.
Yeah, no, that's probably that's an extra number that got put in there.
So what should that number be?
I believe. I believe it's 32.
Okay, thank you.
But I'll edit that. Any other questions?
If someone could just give us a key to what these school A, B, C, who they correlate to, that would help.
Okay.
We don't know what school these are.
Yeah, we're not supposed to publicly put that out there, but we
Just
can
let us-
supply it
yeah,
to you.
yeah.
Yes.
We'll have Mr. Marchi send with a new PowerPoint with the school names in there, just to the board, but that's not for distribution.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't submit-
Thank you.
can't put that out
Thanks.
there.
Anyone else?
Anybody else?
Thank you. Are there any questions or comments on the HIB or suspension reports? Seeing none, we're going to go into executive session. minutes regarding approval of minutes, October 1st combined meeting, October 1st special meeting, October 1st executive session, October 6th board retreat. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Harris.
Yes.
Mr. Holmes.
Yes.
Mrs. Perez. Mr. Rivera.
Yes.
Mr. Sabrana.
Yes.
Mrs. Codispoti.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Committee reports. Mr. Holmes?
Yes, curriculum and instruction met on October 27th. In attendance, we had Mrs. DeMarchi, Ms. Godlewski, Mr. Sabrana, Mr. Bono, Mr. Silva, and myself. We discussed the November district-wide professional development day, the Gifted and Talented program, the accelerated middle school courses, the studio production, VPS, van integration, and the van tour video project, the awarding of the Impact Grant, the VINE program, which is Vineland Inspires New Educators, which is a new initiative this year designed to welcome and support our newest staff members as they begin their journey in Vineland Public Schools. Also discuss student services, homeschool returns, and middle school social studies science update, and the DeNovi program support. Transportation Committee met the next day, October 28th. In attendance, we had Mr. Rivera, Mr. Bono, Mr. Harris, Superintendent Yano, Mr. Bermudez, Mr. Mustarell, Ms. Blakely, and myself. Driver recap, 143 drivers budgeted, 131 route packages, which is drivers needed. There are 83 general education and 46 special ed. Total filled positions, 129, drivers on leave 4, substitute drivers 23, drivers in training, VPS employees 13, and city employees 16. The average absences in the morning for October was 15, comparison to 17 in 2024, and for the PM, 18 in comparison to the 20 in October 2024. Open registrations 12, co-op total year to date is 11, 5 accidents reported, no injuries. Personnel items, registration clerk recommended for approval, and bus drivers recommended for approval as well. October events, Pink Day for breast cancer awareness, and homecoming, they moved the buses for guest parking. There is a POSHA requirement to restrict driver use of garage bathrooms concerned with footwear and training, and that is all. Thank you.
Mr. Rivera?
The Facilities Committee met on October 23rd at 4:30 p.m. In attendance were Mr. Sabrana, Mr. Bono, Mr. Harris, Mr. Yano, Mr. Mustarell, Mr. Farinaccio, and myself. Discussed was the Energy Savings Improvement Plan. The current progress was updated. Most investment upgrades consisting of LED lighting, installation, energy monitoring, and load controls will be installed before the coming spring of '26. Larger projects, which include Landis boilers, energy management controls, dehumidification units for Saboteur, Delago, and Petway will be completed over the summer of '26. Also discussed was the VHS North Classroom Wing HVAC replacement, as well as the VHS South gym partition walls to curtains. Also discussed was Dan Barcy, the state inspected inspection pertaining to a fire code. The inspector cited a stairwell leading from the 1951 to the 1962 edition as needing a fire suppression barrier. The appeal will be heard tentatively on November 18th. Some additional items discussed were the Saboteur pool. Engineers estimate approximately $500,000 to replace equipment which is inoperable and has remained this way for multiple years. The Cunningham School boiler has failed and no longer has parts available. Replacement costs will be near $30,000. Also discussed with some budget concerns, ongoing budget concerns, challenges with manufacturing availability for parts and materials. This pertains to HVAC, electronics, electrical items, and building system materials that are having an impact on budgeting. The department is approaching each issue as it comes and is in constant communication with the business office. In addition, Oaken Main Building, the committee confirmed the building's deed will be transferred to the Vineland Community Foundation. Mr. Yano spoke on the future plan for building use of Cunningham School. Based on the cost, an estimated $11 million for Cunningham improvements. Considerations will need to be made in the near future. Decisions to move the alternative program to a PM program, as well as planning for a future middle school addition, will be considered. Administration and the committee will be discussing future choices based on the district's need and available budget. Mr. Massaro noted another SDA grant was awarded to Vineland in the amount of $1.5 million. Administration is working with facilities to prioritize allocation of funds. In addition, administration is working to develop another updated cost analysis pertaining to rental charges for facilities. Currently, there is a request from Vineland Recreation to expand the use of facilities for weekend use. Mr. Massaro also noted a request came in to use school buildings in order to shoot a film. More information to come. Mr. Yan and Mr. Massaro reviewed the state's proposed phone-free grant. The decision was made to continue with our current model for both high schools and not take part with the state legislation. This decision was based on the collaboration with both principals at North and South who are happy with their current model. And finally, Technology Department summary. Cybersecurity enhancements. Mr. Farinacci once again noted the department is working on security enhancements. Almost half the district is now using smart fobs for two-factor authentication. Completion should be at the end of November. And the VILS grant, Mr. Farinacci noted the Verizon grant is being utilized in all middle schools and is very successful. Recently, a walkthrough was conducted by Verizon who noted all the achievements. All devices are being operated and used by students and staff.
Any other reports? We have a public meeting report by the board solicitor.
Nothing to report, thank you.
Our student representative, Obi Okafor.
Hello, everybody. My name is Chimobi Okafor. I am the senior class president at Vineland High School. Vineland High School has been busy these past few weeks. Just 2 weeks ago, we wrapped up our homecoming celebration, and the energy from that week is still echoing through the halls. Our spirit days and pep rally were huge hits, with moments like the Snatch the Wig game and plenty other activities that people are still replaying in their heads. At halftime of the homecoming football game, we crowned our new Miss Monogram, Alila Falk, along with her court. In order from second place and downward, Peyton Russo, Deshara Jones, Ariana Jimenez, and Ava Alkist. For anyone who may not know, Miss Monogram is a long-standing tradition here at VHS. It's similar to homecoming court, but it recognizes dedication to VHS athletics and includes an interview process. Alila also serves as our senior student government representative and competes in both cross-country and track, so she's basically booked and busy year-round. Our Rio-themed homecoming dance was another major success, with over 500 students attending. The gym was transformed into a vibrant rainforest-style celebration space that honestly felt like you needed a passport to enter. None of this would have been possible without our senior class advisors, Mrs. Madrid Oriana over there, and Mr. DeShields, who have worked their butts off, to be honest, to help the vision come to life. Next up is Powder Puff. This is where the juniors and seniors face off in a high-energy flag football game, while the boys break out their chairs, their stunts, and what we call like a creative dancing, to be honest. This year, we also added a sophomore versus freshman pregame match for the girls. I am also one of the cheerleaders this year, so yes, I will be proudly wearing a tutu, and yes, I will be prepared to embarrass myself in front of the entire stadium. The game will take place on November 19th at 5 p.m. at Gatone Stadium, so make sure to be there. We're also preparing for the National Honor Society induction ceremony this Thursday at 6 p.m. in the VHS Theater, where we'll be welcoming hardworking juniors and seniors into the chapter. It's one of our biggest and most meaningful events of the year, and we're excited to celebrate our new members. Before I close, I also want to take this moment to recognize our new principal, Mr. Masonette. In a short time, he has been so encouraging and kind of motivating us to speak up, think with purpose, and understand the why behind what we do as student representatives. His passion for making our school a more engaging and supportive place is clear, and it's obvious that he truly wants the best for every single student. This year, many of us already felt a stronger sense of unity in the ASALTA building. I also want to acknowledge our ASALTA building administrators, Mrs. Quinn, Mr. Russo, Dr. M, and Mr. Newton, along with our Tanner building administrators, including Tanner building principal, Mr. Adams, as well as Mr. Lapsley, Ms. Craig, and Mr. Hall, all of who have played a key role in supporting our school and helping Mr. Masonette transition smoothly into his new role. Thank you and have a good day, everybody. Thank you.
Public comment on agenda items or any other matter. Please limit your time to 3 minutes.
Victoria Santos.
Hello, good evening. A quick message from Stephen Soloff from Inform the Vote NJ. He wants to relay a message that Cedric Holmes, Dennis Rivera, and Alex Rivera will have their seats open in the next election. If you're planning on running, the time to establish clean professional channels of communication is now. Anyone in the public that is running can find Stephen Soloff on his social media or informthevoteng.com. Sabrina, Mrs. Vasquez, congrats on your win at one of the seats at the board. As you know, my name is Victoria Santos. I'm a local parent. My last speech in the last meeting gained over 20,000 views, a message that really resonated with the community. I am sure you will agree that the well-being of children matters greatly. Child suicide is the second leading cause of death in children today. In this speech, I address you, the board, directly as your role. The mishandling of bullying incidences may seem minor to some. This has served as a stress test to the educational institution. Our child was bullied and her claims were ignored. While this remains personal, the greater half of this reality has shifted beyond my family. Trying to talk to board members from this community has not come easy. We are now seeing that those who ran on campaigns of transparency and communication are now behind red tape. This will affect how we vote for you going forward. We're also hearing too often the board is not involved in day-to-day operations. But when a staff member acts outside of contractual obligations, there must be accountability, on-record warning, suspension, termination. When children are bullied, this requires the governing body, the board, to act per policy. Distrust for staff. I am within my rights to say your anti-bullying coordinator has lost my trust in handling bullying cases. As you know, our child is now in private school. When situations fall under non-protected classes, this is a danger to our children. I know that you can do more. Bullying reports require a specific protocol of checks and balances. We must move beyond games of diminishing the student voice to keep a record of low bullying reports. And Mr. Ayano, I have not heard from you. While your time is volunteered, your position requires a genuine commitment to govern. We need action that goes beyond a photo op for the board. Student recognition is important, but when you fail to secure the safety of our children for basic measures, such as following basic protocol, you fail us. For those that voted against
30
policy
seconds, please.
5756, I thank you. The district has a lot of work to do. We recognize that you have to abide by state policies. However, you are in the full position for more oversight. I have many ideas to share with you. I end with this. We do need the Lord, and we will leave no stone unturned.
Thank you.
Luis Santos.
Good afternoon. My name is Luis Santos, and I come here with my wife, both of us parents of a daughter who was registered in public school before we moved her to private school. I'm also here as a member of this community who believes that the Board of Ed and school administration are not doing a sufficient job in the context of bullying. Bullying continues to be a major concern in American schools, and according to a 2019 Hamill Institute study, recent national data suggests that more than 1 in 5 school-aged youth report being bullied by peers in school within a 12-month period. Research has also shown that bullying can have significant effects on the victim, including anxiety, depression, low self-esteem, self-mutilation, suicidal thoughts, and suicide. A recent survey by the Pew Research Center has also showed that the classroom was the most common location of bullying in school. I recognize that the state of New Jersey does not operate on a strict zero tolerance on bullying policy and instead uses a harassment, intimidation, or bullying HIB form based on the Anti-Bullying Bill of Rights Act to address bullying. However, in practice, school administration far too many times operates two-dimensionally, ignoring or simplifying the complexity of the bullying in order to check off a box. This leads to a victim of bullying who decides enough is enough and chooses to defend themselves as being seen just as responsible as the student who initiates the bullying and as a result is treated unfairly. This perception of school administration not doing enough to address bullying is shared by many young students in public schools. According to a new national survey, only 33% of teenagers feel their school is doing a good job at handling bullying. And nearly a quarter of parents indicate that their child has switched from one school type to another and were most likely to indicate a switch because of bullying, excessive stress, or anxiety at their former school. And another research has suggested that more and more parents are removing their children from public school due to concern about dissatisfaction with academic instruction, their moral values being undermined, and concern about bullying. All this to say, I'm clearly not the only one that believes there is a deficiency in how bullying is being handled in public schools. And I say this not only as a parent, nor as a member of this community, but also as a licensed therapist who has heard time and time again stories of my young clients telling me, my school, which is located within this community, will not do anything about the kids bullying me. I have already tried and nothing happened. All this, at the very least, there seems to be an issue of trust, or lack of trust, that I believe this lack of trust in public schools and administration can begin to be addressed when the administration and the Board of Ed takes bullying seriously based on effective evidence-based interventions, not just on record to have a paper trail, but in reality, working with, not against the parents as often as possible.
You have 10 seconds.
And making the information readily and easily accessible, appropriate for the population that you all serve. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other comments? Seeing none?
Superintendent's recommendations for discussion and approval by the board.
Requesting discussion and approval regarding personnel items 1.1 through 1.5.
Questions or comments? Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Mr. Holmes?
Yes.
Mrs. Perez? Mr. Rivera?
Yes.
Mr. Sabrana?
Yes.
Mrs. Codispoti?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Vasquez.
Ms. Vasquez, pardon me. Ms. Vasquez.
I abstain on 1.1 and yes on the rest.
Thank you. Motion carries.
Requesting discussion and approval regarding procedure and operations items 2.1 through 2.8.
Questions or comments? Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Mr. Holmes?
Yes.
Mr. Rivera?
Yes.
Mrs. Vasquez?
Yes.
Mr. Sabrana?
Yes.
Mrs. Codispoti?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Requesting discussion and approval regarding finance items
4.1 through 4.23.
Questions or comments? Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Harris.
Yes.
Mr. Holmes.
Yes.
Mr. Rivera.
Yes.
Mrs. Vasquez.
Yes.
Mr. Sabrana.
Yes.
Mrs. Codispoti.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Regular agenda items, none. Proposed items for review and discussion or adoption by the board members. Approval of the board district's goals for 2025-26 school year for the year of Vineland Public Schools. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Harris.
Yes.
Mr. Holmes.
Yes.
Mr. Rivera.
Yes.
Mrs. Vasquez.
Abstain.
Mr. Sabrana.
Yes.
Mrs. Codispoti.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Approval of the itemized bill pay list. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Harris.
Yes.
Mr. Holmes.
Yes.
Mr. Rivera.
Yes.
Mrs. Vasquez.
Yes.
Mr. Sabrana.
Yes.
Mrs. Codispoti.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Emergent items, there are none. Old business? New business? Board member and superintendent remarks. I'm going to start with Mr. Rivera.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you to the Memorial Safety Patrol and the JROTC for leading us in the Flag Salute tonight. Congratulations to our field hockey team on a successful season. Thank you to Mr. Okafor for that update from VHS. I'm glad to hear that the administrators are having an impact on our kids I'm sorry, you guys are still kids, at VHS. So I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear, I'm looking forward to hear more from Mr. Okafor as the year progresses. Thank you to the team that presented the scores, the NJSLA scores. Like we've seen some improvement. We've seen a little bit of other areas we can improve on, but it's all a slow progression forward, and that's what's important. We're going forward, and I'm glad to see that. Can't wait to see even bigger gains in the future, which I know we will be able to get to. So I'm also thank you to any member of the public that ever speaks. Everyone that speaks there, it's not easy speaking in public, but it's necessary for us to understand a different perspective. We sit here as board members, and we may not know what's going on day to day because that is not what our responsibility is. That is our superintendent's responsibility. He deals in the day-to-day operations. He deals with that aspect. I do understand that the board has a role to play in the events that happen or the things that happen within our school district. I take bullying very seriously. If anyone knows me and has heard me before, I have openly and publicly criticized this board for bullying situations in the past. However, I know that everyone at this table, everyone at that table, does not take bullying lightly. Does not take bullying as just something to oversee or something that's not that important. I have confidence in this team. I have confidence in the members of this board that we are serious about bullying, that we are serious about every child that enters our school buildings, that they are receiving a top-notch education and they feel safe and are safe in our schools. Do we have bullying in our schools? Absolutely. We're not naive to the fact that this happens. This happens everywhere. We're not naive to that, and we're not denying that. But I, as a member of this board and as a member of this team, welcome the public so we can collaborate and come up with solutions, not by force, not by intimidation, not by threats, but as a collaboration and a partnership. And I am welcome to that. and I am sure many members, if not all members of this board are as well. So thank you once again to every member of the public that comes out and speaks and voices their concerns. Thank you and have a great night.
Mr. Harris.
I'll be brief. Let's say congratulations to the field hockey team. Wonderful season. And I also would like to thank the president and the superintendent for acknowledging our veterans as Veterans Day come up. Often, we don't remember our veterans, and I'd like to take a time to tell them thank you for your service. Because of their sacrifices, we have freedom. So thank you both for acknowledging our veterans. That's it.
Ms. Vasquez.
First, I want to say thank you for this opportunity. As I transition from a community member, an active community member, I want to say thank you for those who have been kind and have welcomed me. I appreciate that, have offered me assistance, and that definitely goes a long way with my transition as a board member. With that being said, as a community member now transitioning, I understand how important it is to be able to present their concerns as a parent, and know that I have the utmost respect for anyone that gets on that microphone and voices publicly concerns for their specific issues. I also, like Dennis Rivera, have the full confidence in this board to address any of the concerns that are presented. There's nothing as all these years that I've been involved that has indicated anything otherwise. And I am confident that they will address her concerns as well. But I do want to thank them for coming and speaking. And congratulations to field hockey for the team. That's awesome, undefeated. And I'm looking forward to working. Again, veterans, thank you for acknowledging that as well. Tomorrow there is an event at Landis Park at 11 a.m. where the city of Vineland will be honoring our vets, and it is a ceremony that I always look forward to. Everyone, it's open to the public, everyone is invited, and it is a time that we as a community honor those who have served our country. And for that, thank you if you are a veteran and are hearing me, and I look forward to working with my colleagues. Thank you.
Mr. Holmes.
Thank you. I echo the sentiments of my fellow board members. Thanks to everyone that was recognized tonight. Congratulations, Ms. Vasquez, on being sworn in, and also on your well-deserved victory in this last election, along with Mr. Fiocchi and Mr. Santiago, who's back there tonight. We're looking forward to next year, what our new board will bring on. Hope everyone has a great Thanksgiving holiday. Thanks.
Mr. Sabran.
Thank you to our flag saluters from Veterans Memorial, to our Air Force JROTC for presenting the colors. I always like to see that. Salute to our employees who are veterans. Congratulations to the hockey team for an undefeated season. That's no small feat these days. To our newly elected board members, Ms. Vasquez, from the very first day I saw you, I could see that you had a passion for everything you did, and that's one of the hallmarks of a real leader, and I think you're going to be a great board member. And also Mr. Santiago, and to Mr. Nick Fiocchi, who was reelected. I'm thinking about running again next year, but changing my name to Sabrina-Fiocchi and see how that works. But anyway, thank you.
Mr. Yano.
Yes, just a few announcements. I took a picture this morning at the Memorial Veterans event of Principal Mangaluso, who was surrounded by two veterans who were 100 years old, and had served in Korea. So it was just incredible to see. They were both men, just there, so eager and excited to be recognized by the student body. And it was a wonderful program. There was music, there was celebration, there was a poem that one of the students wrote, an 8th grader, and I'll be posting that later on. But it was just very nice to see just the way that community comes together, the job that Principal Mangaluso and her team did to prepare honor our veterans. Very, very nicely done. A very exciting day for me, and Mr. Bermudez was able to attend with me as well. I also want to just note that, we have a very district-wide, we have a comprehensive district-wide program to support our district anti-bullying specialists. We have a district anti-bullying specialist. We have school-based anti-bullying specialists. We have guidance counselors, school social workers, and admin who are all well-versed in how to properly investigate and adhere to the law. We follow the law. We have a program. Our supervisor was here earlier, Dina Rodolfo. She also assists and is in charge of training and turnkey information for our team. So we know we do a good job. We know there are challenges that come up. We meet those head on, and our board is often involved in that process as parents come in, they file appeals, and in many cases, we listen to parents as a group, and a decision has to be made, and we move forward. So I know the team is doing a great lift, a great job, and they're doing it with a student-first type of focus. So I want to say congratulations and thank you to all those team members who work diligently every day to keep our students safe across all of our schools. Also, 105 students inducted into the National Junior Honor Society on October 15th. Well done. Upcoming November is always such a busy time of year with all the events and the holidays. It's a very busy time. So I want to say thank you for all of the support, and just continue to work. We're going to dive deeper into the data that was presented today at our committee meetings, at curriculum, so we can continue to unpack the achievement that we see occurring in our schools and where there are challenges, which is why the supervisors wanted to make sure you heard tonight what their plan is based on what they found, and along with Suzette DeMarchi, our curriculum instruction director, who's been leading that charge with the team to make sure we dive very closely into the details, because we know this board wants to know, what's going well, what's not going well, what are we going to do about it. So kudos to the team for the job that they did today. Thank you.
I'd like to echo what all my board members have said tonight. Thank you to our junior ROTC and our Veterans Memorial Safety Patrol for the flag salute and presenting the colors tonight. Congrats to Ms. Vasquez for being sworn in this evening, but also congratulations to Ms. Vasquez, Mr. Fiocchi, and Mr. Santiago on the election. Big congratulations to our girls field hockey team on their undefeated season. Great job. Congratulations, girls. Looking forward to next season. Mr. Okafor, you gave us a very well-rounded synopsis of what's happening with the high school, and the board will be looking forward to hearing from you more. Mrs. DeMarchi and your team, thank you for the presentation this evening. To our anti-bullying team members, thank you. I know the board works with you also, and you guys are doing a stand-up job, and thank you for everything that you're doing. To our veterans, thank you, thank you, thank you. I come from a military family, brothers, dad, uncles, father-in-law, husband, all veterans, and I can't emphasize enough the thanks that I give to you. And as Ms. Vasquez said, I had in my notes, Landis Park tomorrow at 11 a.m., they're going to be honoring the veterans. Should it happen to rain, it'll be moved to City Hall. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Come out for the Millville-Vineland game, the Thanksgiving Day game. I know everybody knows I'm from Millville, but go Vineland. So I've been standing on Vineland sidelines for 9 years. So I just want to say thank you to the central administrative team and to everyone sitting up here. With that being said, do I have a motion to adjourn? Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.